name is Adrian Nanchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and click the bell notification next to it for the latest uploads and the latest videos. So this is episode 29 of 101 Entrepreneur Mistakes and Lessons. Now this one's an interesting one, because it's something I didn't quite realise until the past, it's June now, so past 8 or 9 or so months. The principle is to create more than you consume, which means the more crap you put into the world, more videos, blogs, books, infographics, podcasts, the more you put into the world, the more you're going to get back from the world. This world is one great big game of reciprocity. The more you share with the world, the more you give, the more you're going to get back. Like a fire. You're not going to say on a fireplace or a bonfire, you're not going to say to the fire, give me a little bit of heat, then I'll give you some fuel. It doesn't work that way. You have to give it some fuel to get the heat. You have to stick your head out first into the world, whether it's like sticking your head out the trenches or sticking your head out the comfort zone, or you have to do something different in the world to get different results. To get extraordinary results, you have to do extraordinary things. Now, by how this relates to create more than you consume, it means that the more stuff you put into the world, the more you do for people, the more you teach people, the more ideas you share, like this video, the more you share and put out into the world, the more respect, authority, money, subscribers, etc. you're going to get back. Don't forget, click on the subscribe button. The more you're going to get back from people. It's something I didn't quite fully realise and conceptualise until November of 2016. Where it's like I realised I've got to do stuff in the world, but I didn't put it in a quantifiable kind of principle. Create more than you consume is that principle. I watched some videos, okay, one minute, so I need to record at least 2 or 3 minutes worth of content and share it online, because it's a good rule of thumb. The more stuff I watch, the more stuff I've got to create. By creating stuff, you're going to get authority and respect and money, but as you become respected and seen by the world, that forwards your agenda as well. Say if you've got a book to promote, if you've got a community already, because you created content and you talked about your book before it's even on Amazon, you've suddenly got followers, people that admittedly give a shit about what you do. So the more you create, the more excuses you give for people to follow you, to care for you, and to give you money essentially. Everything you do, everything you create though, has got to pass what's called the so what test. You've got a video out like this. Why should you care? So what? I've done another video. What you should watch that video. And you're thinking in your head subconsciously, why should I? So what? What's in it for me? You've got to give people enough excuses to give a shit about you. And one way to do that is to create content that they give a shit about inherently. This channel is aimed at entrepreneurs. So I'm going to create videos that talk just about entrepreneur related things and business-esque and marketing-esque things. So they were going to give a shit about these videos because they need this information, or they don't know they need this information to help better their lives. And so because I've given information out, freely, might I add, they are going to respect that and subscribe and see me as a key person of influence. And trust. And because of that, it results in trust. And trust is a very, very valuable commodity these days. Very overlooked. And the more trust you've got by more people, and more attention you've got by more people, the bigger your agenda is, the bigger your evolution is, the bigger you want, the thing you can sell. I've got this product for sale, I've got 1,000 people that love what I do, massive engagement on YouTube and comments and likes and all the rest. I can just sell this easily and give them more stuff. Create more than you consume. I've got a list of about 200 or so of the videos on this channel to record. At least 200 videos, probably about 300 or so. And I'm going to get through them. Doing roughly 1 to 3 a day. Optimum amount for the YouTube algorithm. So I'm creating more content constantly. Because also, when we create more content, we love novelty, we love new things. We see something uploaded today, or a few hours ago, or yesterday, we're more likely to watch that or engage with that than as opposed to something that was uploaded a year or 2 or 3 ago, because the chances are that might be out of date or redundant or something, or obsolete. New things are novel. That's why when films and newly released films in the cinema, they skyrocket off more often than not. You know, it's number one or number two, or or big budget. You know, the opening week is the most amount of money they're going to make in the entire lifespan, because it's something new that no one's seen before, no one's watched, no one heard of. So when you create more new stuff, you're giving people more excuses for them to follow you, to give a shit about you, and to respect you and think you're cool. That's how you become an authority. You become an authority by taking everything you know as an intellectual property, sharing it, breaking it down in different ways, and making those different ways applicable to different people, passing the so what test and making them understand why it's important, or why it's relevant, or why it's funny, or etc. Any adjective you want to pick, and you share it with the world, and you put that in a way, you put that in front of people in different ways, quotations, videos, infographics, blogs, books, podcasts, etc. Create more than you consume. This is something that I was not doing a year ago. June 2016, I was not doing this. I was thinking, what the hell is wrong? What am I doing wrong? And I realised it subconsciously. It's action. I wasn't creating. I was learning more things. I was consuming loads of stuff, but I wasn't giving anything out. And now I'm trying to reverse that. And I'm into the habit of just creating content out, create content. The more I create, the more reciprocity, as I said. The whole world is reciprocity. The more I create, the more I'm going to get out. So what are you doing? What are you creating? Answer that question. The question of the day is, what are you creating? What are you doing now? What habit are you forming to create more content daily? What habits are you forming now? That's the question of the day. What are you doing now to create more content? That's the question. If you haven't already, subscribe and click on the bell notification below to get the latest uploads. And you'll see me again soon. How cool is that?